So an accountant broke down, remember when we did this tax situation
Yes.
comparing, and the main thing we talked about was what? We talked mainly about capital gains, right? Hey, 39.6 versus, 23, and then you said, well, who cares if I'm not selling the company? I don't care if I'm selling the company or not. And I said, that's a very good point. Why don't we look at all the different areas of what's going to happen with taxes? So this organization, what they did is they looked at both tax plans, Trump's and Biden's, and they compared every area of tax, whether it's corporate tax, whether it's income tax, whether it's capital gains tax, and you'll be able to see how they're both going to be in place, whoever you vote for. So tax policy is a hot button issue in most presidential elections, even the current health pandemic and social unrest. I believe that the Trump-Biden contest will ultimately turn towards taxes. We now have data on just what Democrat Joe Biden proposed entails. Let's compare President Donald Trump's federal tax rate and Biden's proposed rates to see how wide the disparities are. Keep in mind, these figures are for the higher, so maximum tax bracket for each of the four categories. What you ultimately pay is your effective tax rate, a blend of the different tax brackets. Very important for people to know that they're shown worst case scenario, here's what you're facing, but you're going to be in the ultimate tax bracket. So let's go to the next one here.
What is AJC?
That's
what is that organization?
Atlanta Journal-Constitution. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
That's the Atlanta
So
newspaper.
so here's what you're looking at. Here's what go look at. Let's look at one by one. Corporate taxes. Trump is proposing 21, which is where we are right now.
Yeah.
Biden wants 28. Okay. By the way, 28 would be the highest in the world for corporate sales tax. We would have the highest.
We're number one.
We would be number one if Biden's 28%.
What was it under Obama?
I want to say even maybe a little higher than that.
I thought it was higher
under
than
Obama.
that.
35 is what I remember. But we'll check that here in a minute. Income and payroll taxes, Trump's 37. Biden's top line is going to hit 52. Small business taxes, Trump's 29.6. Biden's is 39.6. Capital gains, we already know, 23.8 versus 43.4. So here's the thing. When they say taxes are only going to affect the rich, there is no way in the world taxes are only affecting the rich.
Oh, God, no.
So yesterday he said on the town hall, I don't know if you caught that, when George asked Biden, which George didn't really push the concept too much, but George asked Biden saying, don't you think with the way the economy is right now, this is not a good time to raise taxes? Like, don't you think we shouldn't be doing it right now? I mean, we should wait a little bit before we raise taxes. It's like, well, and then he kind of, didn't really give full an answer. But this is what you're looking at.
Yeah.
If you're watching this right now, what are you thinking with these tax rates, knowing this is where we're going when we vote Trump or Biden?
I think Biden is going to wait. I think he'll wait till the second hour of his presidency before he starts raising taxes and get rid of everything that Trump did. This is criminal right here, 52%. How could you ever propose over 50% of what you make you have to give away? And that's a starting point. Okay, that's where they start. They go north from there. And the other thing, Pat, is at the very beginning of this expert, that did this report, he said, ultimately, I think taxes are going to decide the election. Good. Trump wins. I hope he's right. Period.
Tell me how you really feel, Tom. Tell me how you really feel.
Adam, a question is, how do you feel?
Yeah, let me ask you. You're saying that anything over 52% is criminal.
Criminal.
Criminal. Never.
It's certainly wrong.
When's the
unethical.
When's the last time taxes were that high?
God, I don't know. I wasn't ready for a quiz. I don't know.
When do you think it was?
Last time a Democrat was president.
Has it ever been that high?
Oh, is this a stumper? Is this a Republican?
I'm asking you.
I don't
You're
know.
saying it's criminal.
Are you asking because you know the answer?
I'm just
or
saying
are you asking?
taxes, as we've discussed on the podcast, were way north of that for the 1% for many, many, many decades. So look, just before everyone goes on the attack mode, do I want to pay more taxes? Hell no. Do I want more corporations to pay higher taxes? Hell no. But let's not act like there isn't precedent for higher taxes in this country.
No, that's not the question, though. The question is, you have two choices when it comes down to strictly taxes. This is a logical conversation, not an emotional one.
Totally agree.
If you don't look at the names, and we don't call it Joe Biden or we don't call it Trump, moving forward in 2020, elections are not about human beings that can go out there and be empathetic or get out there and say, get them out of here. Forget about names, right? Forget about faces. It's purely policies, okay? You got these two policies.
Totally
And by the way, it's not even Democrat, Republican. Take all that names out.
Totally
everything
agree.
out. You got these two policies. Which one are you voting for?
There's 100% chance I'm voting for the lower tax.
Okay. But give us the but.
There's no but.
Okay. So
but that's not the only issue on the ballot.
But you said,
if taxes are the only issue on the ballot, if that's like, listen, do you go to the polls for taxes? Then yes, then I'm straight up going.
Let me ask you a question. What is the one thing that is going to affect 100% of people?
Taxes.
Is pro-life, pro-choice going to affect 100% of people?
No.
Is NRA going to, Second Amendment going to affect 100% of people?
We hope so, but no.
It's not.
No.
Climate change.
Climate change is not 100% of people, right? It's opinions.
Well,
but it's opinions.
This is also this guy's opinion, though.
No, it's no.
That's what it says at the top of the piece. Opinion.
This is a plan that was proposed to them, and they looked at. This
Correct.
is not his opinion.
These numbers are not his opinion, correct? But this article is.
No, I'm not looking at the article. I'm looking at the numbers. The numbers are not an opinion.
I want to pay low taxes.
But what I think
we all do.
What I'm trying to ask you and the viewers that are listening to this is we have to get to the following number and look at it from this standpoint. For example, last night we were here till 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, can I give you a shout out to your team? Can we do that? Can we deviate for 2 seconds? You were here till 1 a.m. crushing it.
Yeah,
you had your whole team here.
We had the whole team.
You've got probably 4 hours of sleep, maybe.
I'm going on fumes.
You are. I could tell.
Yes, I am on.
How do you feel this morning? I want to know how you feel.
I'm on. Fumes,
I want to know how you feel. You want to talk about taxes?
Yeah.
We want to talk about taxes.
Well,
I want to know how you feel.
But here's what I'm trying to tell you. Last night, we this $3.5 million project that we've been working on for the last 2+ years.
Right.
We finally launched it this Monday. Okay. We had to migrate. We turned off all our systems last Saturday, 8 p.m., and we turned it back on Monday at 8 a.m., right? So that's 36 hours we were off, and we're migrating. That's a few 100,000 clients that are going from one system to another system. Lots of security things that we're doing, all this other stuff, right? Last night, we're sitting here in a room, and the thing with a new software is nothing's going to always be perfect. I prepared everybody. I said, listen, there's going to be glitches. There's going to be bugs. I've been saying this for 2 months. I don't want any complaining. We're going to get through this. We simply want you to tell us what bugs you find. So great. We're having a meeting last night at around 5, 6 o'clock, and they're saying, here's what we want you to know. This is what we're expecting. Da-da-da-da. I said, all I care about is the following. I said, don't tell me about the problems we can't solve. I'm only focused on problems we can solve today, right? And because we need customer service, we're going to have 4 different Zooms we'll create. One Zoom is for anybody to jump in that has any question. From that Zoom, you go to 3 specific Zooms that's niche to what you want, whether you're submitting a business or it's licensing or whatever, right? Okay. So we went on. People got on. Hey, this is your issue. Go here, go here, go here. Here's the point. We made a decision to do something that 100% of people were affected by, not just one audience. It was an issue that we made. Here's what we're going to do. This is what everybody's affected. Everybody's being affected by this area of this business. And that's what I'm not focused about the 5%, not the 18%, not the 42%. What's 100%? The 100% was the software. They have an issue on it, right? The one area out of all of these issues these political people are bringing up, whether it's Trump, Biden, both sides, left, right, CNN, MSNBC, Fox, the one thing that affects all of us is taxes. And those are the numbers. Yeah. So if you say, if you're telling me that's the number one issue, it is the number one issue because it's the one thing that we're all affected by.
And the election always comes down to the economy. Yeah. For the most part, it always comes down to numbers. And that's the other thing that when you think of how warped this country is right now and how whacked and just out of touch and just how messed up we are. I mean, media people like to make money. They like to keep their money. They like to,
can you pull back the taxes? I don't know why you took it away.
And the fact that they are just hammering this to the point, I mean, they're going to be affected, like you said, 100%. Hey, by the way, you go for Biden, you also get the added bonus of crime, Antifa, higher state income taxes too.
But you know what? Crime, Antifa, let's say that. I'll set that aside because what I do know is the following. Anytime I was tempted to do something stupid was when I was broke, okay? Anytime I was tempted to do something stupid, I was broke. Even the thought crossed in your mind, right? The more people make money, the lower the crime. The better the economy, the better people do. The less they think about even doing any kind of riots or robbing or stealing or anything. If somebody's making money, they don't have any crazy thoughts. My dad told me a long time ago, he says, listen, man has to make money. When the man of the household doesn't make money, he does stupid things. Right. He has to feel like he's providing. If we get more people that feel like they're providing, we have less issues. Those taxes get more people to make money. You were going to say something.
Oh, no, yeah. People become desperate when they don't make money. Bad decisions. And you compound that by tens of thousands and then 1 million people, and you got a real problem in your country.